Dream the past and all around. Feet so grand and gameplay sound. Every episode so prime. Catch it live, we're killing time.
Hello everybody! How you doing? How is everyone? We made it to Friday! Hello Holiness, but hello Juna, hello Suba! I'm just scrolling up. I don't see anyone else who's commented, but the hello to the lurkers as well. I do see some of you there. How are you all? I'm blue already. Chat, I'm grinning. I am grinning a lot for this game. You're doing some fan art, so you're going to lurk. All good, Suba? I hope you enjoy the lurks. I'm grinning like a bit of an idiot. So, a couple years back, I did try to play Final Fantasy 14 on stream. I got to a point, like in post A Realm Reborn, I needed to do content like dungeons with other people, and I couldn't do it as people just weren't online at the same time as me. They now have the ability to do dungeons solo. So I have a better chance of it. Deal with the hydrates. I'll get to the hydrates in a bit. Take it for the poop. But that's not why I'm grinning like an idiot. I was talking to Dead Sun earlier, and I recounted him the tale that I've recounted many people. How when I was younger, I had bought Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. I played it for like an hour, and I was like, I don't want to get into this because I can't afford a monthly sub. Just because of how long ago this was. Like, I'm trying to remember. When did FF14 1.0 come out?
Stay away from the summoner!
I'm staying away from the summoner. Actually, I can play as a summoner. Apparently it came out 2010. I know... Yeah, it would have been 2010, 2011 that I played this. That is how long ago this was. Now, I ended up making a second account when I ended up playing with my permanent account that I've shared with people quite a bit. I've done the Christmas holiday events on stream, as well as New Year's ones. And one thing I've often mentioned is how I had to make a new account. But the account was basically my usual username with a letter number 2 at the end of it. And I've usually just said, oh no, that's probably because that was my email address. I lost the first email address, and that's where everything was tied to. But as I was talking to Deadson today, I realized that no, that Gmail account that I lost access to came later. I would have used my original Hotmail account. The Hotmail account that I don't touch because I get like 500 spam email a day and like 50 login attempts from around the world because of how many times the password is leaked. I went through it. And I found a login. I found out my username. I changed my password. I changed the email address. I have a legacy character. You were in 3rd grade, you didn't know what the internet was. Oh, that makes me feel so old. I mean, I mainly found out about the internet when well, no, I knew about the internet back in primary school. Because I was a part of the school's computer club. We were tasked with updating the school's webpage for the grade 1 and 2 classes for some reason. I was an edgy kid and I liked the color black. And I was told, no, you need something bright like yellow. I'm like, no. Not that old, but still. Gotta go, sorry, can't stay for long. Have a nice day. All good, Holland's Void. I hope you have a great day. I'll do those 2 hydrates very quickly. Hydrating. Number 1. Then number 2. Now, I don't know what legacy things my character gets because people were like, oh, you get certain... with the boop silver. You're meant to get certain bonuses from your 1.0. Like, you had, I guess, a couple of special mounts and whatnot. I don't think I get them because, again, I only played for like an hour. But the coolest part is you get a tattoo that signifies, hey, you're a legacy player. And I got it. Now, I have blocked off part of my screen where my old character name is there. It's a little bit doxish. Now, my character is naked at the moment because that's how it is. But I get one opportunity to edit my character's race, tribe, gender, appearance, and name. I don't get access to all of it. Let me turn up the volume a bit more. Because I don't have the expansions for the races. Like, I kind of want to be a male Vieira, to be honest. I don't want to be this guy. I mean, look. A red-haired elf with blue eyes? Ugh. Why would anyone want to be a red-haired elf with blue eyes? Judah. I kid. But the reward, you get a little tattoo. And there's only so many characters that get to have that because they are only for legacy. You can't get it anymore. Baba Lava, welcome in. Look what I found. My legacy character. You glad you stopped playing that game? I still got my old account. I got this account. You're redhead blood up. It's all good. I'm kidding. The only downside to this is my character's on Balmung, which I've never been to Balmung. My phone is saying, hey, do you want to learn how to set up voice chat? Or not voice chat, your voice AI. No, I don't want voice AI. Why is it always when I'm streaming, it's like, hey, want to activate it? But yeah, I found my old account. I'm excited. Balmung's not bad. I just hear people say, hey, I'm from Balmung, and trust me when I say weird stuff happens. And then I hear from other people being like, you don't want to be on Balmung. Don't go to Balmung. Nix, you personally should never go to Balmung. And I'm like, what's on Balmung? I want to know. Chat, what's on Balmung? To log in with this character in version 1.0, you must first specify the Disciple of War or Magic class you wish to begin the game as. You're also granted one opportunity to edit your race, tribe, gender, appearance, and name. I don't have any appearance data. Not too much drama with people buying me memberships and potions to skip story content, just so they get someone else to raid with when you have zero experience raiding it and knowing what your role is supposed to do. Yeah, so Neo. First of all, welcome in. Same with Bubba Lubba. Welcome on in. The only story skip I would ever say to skip is the skip to Heaven's Ward. Because as good as I feel it is to play A Realm Reborn, between A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, it does take quite a bit of time. That said, A Realm Reborn gives you the world building to understand why things are happening in the game. Like, if you want to understand the story, it's important to start there. Because I've even noticed that even when you go to Dawn Trail, they'll still make comments and things about, like, Eorzea, and it's like you have to know it already for it to make more sense. Sorry, a bad pill trouble. 100%. Like, I remember, like, there was another stream that I used to watch where he really wanted to try this, and his friends were like, oh yeah, come on, play it. And then when he had started, they're like, oh no, just buy a skip. So he bought a skip, and I think 2 days later, the rest of his friends quit playing. He's like, why did I get this? And it's like, yeah. Started back in August, and the vets in your life have been just enjoying emotional vampiring for me as your way to the MSQ. So I started back when Heaven's Ward came out, like, on my main. The downside is this is a different account entirely. Which means if I want to keep this character and progress it, I need to manage 2 accounts. You know how expensive that's going to be? I don't want to do that. But I did hear Legacy character has extra story content for A Realm Reborn. So I kind of want to see what it is. It's expensive. It is. It's real expensive. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness, I just realized something. On my main, I've already got 8 characters on my main, like, my home world. So I play on Phoenix. And it's got Nyx in it. That's why I play on there. With having a second account, that means if I pay for 8 retainers, I can use account number 2 to trade items between 8 accounts with 8 retainers. That is 64 retainers. I can become a gillionaire. You haven't bought expansion since Stormblood. You only ever need to buy the latest one. So if you were to start again, Neo, if you create a brand new character, I would wait for the next expansion to come out, which would be next year. And then you get every expansion up to that. I will hold that journal. I will carry it in my arms. Last thing you recall doing was level grinding Palace of the Dead. So I feel like you should only level grind through Palace of the Dead and whatnot to level up a second or third character. Your first one should always be leveled through the main MSQ. Your second character can do the dailies and you can do some of the side quests and whatnot. And then, yeah, third one, Palace of the Dead. Can I cause you psychic damage by telling you how I play the game? 100% cause the psychic damage. Wait, it doesn't give me a restriction from clicking the Vieras? Even though I technically don't have the expansions, can I just go straight to Viera? Should I be Bunny Boy? Wait. They do still have the tattoo. So we have here the basic human. Ellison. Ugh, why? I'm sorry, Juna. We got Lalafell. We got Makote, which when I played last, I was actually in Makote. The Ruggedin. The Aura. Hrothgar. The Viera. Oh, for the female characters, we got the female here. Female Ellison. The Lalafell. Which there actually isn't really all much different between them. Makote, Ruggedin, Aura, who my main character actually is, Hrothgar, Viera. Don't cry in the corner, Juna. I'm sorry. Leveling every job simultaneously. The only jobs that aren't within 2 levels of each other are your Blue Mage and the unlocked Viper and Picto from it. The rest are the 72-74. That just sounds painful to level them all up at once. Honestly, experience completely ruined it for me. I'd give my character, if you could, away the character. Honestly, Nina, I do understand. Like, I stopped playing for quite a while because the FC that I was in became super toxic. And it just wasn't good. The second one I joined, like, things were good. Situations got... Like, IRL made it difficult to play. And when I returned, the FC I was in then had basically died. The active members basically turned around and went, hey, so we don't want to be here anymore. We're creating our own FC. It's going to be... Like, basically the whole line from with Bender from Futurama was like, we'll create our own FC with blackjack and hookers. And their FC is pretty much dead now as well. So that's kind of a thing. I did hear that they are attempting to breathe new life into Final Fantasy though. Like, trying to get new players interested. They did announce for the next expansion they're bringing in something that looks like a season pass, but it's not a season pass. There's no premium routes. It's just instead, like, it's more like Warframe, where they have like the Night Wave, where certain things will give you points to unlock, certain gear and whatnot. And then every 2 content patches, a new one starts. Which to me is... It's more forgiving than having to do dailies, where they just go, hey, look, here's the way you can do it now. Every 2 levels of MSQ progress, you stop and fully complete your craft and unlock those levels to make yourself new gear. Working on every artifact weapon you have access to simultaneously. Made a free comment that's just me selling solo craft my own airship and submarine. When I left my old FC, I had asked a friend who was extremely rich, because I said to him all I wanted in the game was a mansion. They helped me buy an FC from someone that had a mansion. And then after a while, my friend was like, so I was slowly paying him back because they gave me a small loan of 100 million gil. And then they were like, hey, I found someone who wants to buy that mansion off of you. They are offering 300 million gil. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. So I sold it to him. And then I said to my friend, like, oh, I still owe you the 100 million, don't I? And they went, nope, I got it from the other person. I told them it was the finder's fee. They had to pay you 400, but I said they had to give me 100 of that. I'm like, cool. So I got 300 million for doing nothing, and I spent most of it. But anyway, what race should I be? Which one? I kind of want to be Viera. I haven't played or done anything with the male Viera. How does the one point actually look like on Froth? I don't think they have one. Surprisingly enough, I think it's covered with the fur. No, wait, she has one. I can see a faint outline. Hang on. Oh, it's up here. It's very hard to see with the darker furs. Definitely not how they smell. Lalafell. Hello, Silime. How you doing? Got a small loan, 12 million gil from someone from medium. I thought you make head jokes. Well, we finally got the house. Went to go paying back. You said keep the money. Use it to buy some furniture. That's quite nice. The friend that helped me out. You do not want to cross her. My goodness. I asked her how much money she had in the game. She showed me a screenshot of her account was being maxed on Gil, and then all of her retainers were maxed on Gil. And then her partner's account was maxed on Gil, and his retainers were maxed on Gil. And then they're working on maxing out a third character. And I'm like, why do you need so much money? And they're like, why not? Tattoo is very hidden. It's the long hair. You're doing good. Your cat on laps are hard top. Aww. Give him a little pat for me. Be a little Lalafell. I'm gonna be a bunny boy. Because male Vieira are rare. In terms of lore. In terms for characters. Unless in cutscenes are amazing. They absolutely are. There is a Lalafell in Post Realm Reborn. Where for some reason in Japanese, like in English, it has the typical Lalafell say, "You didn't expect that I would betray you. Take him to the dungeon." And then in Japanese, it's like, "You did not expect me to betray you." Like, why does this little guy have such a deep voice? Hello, fellas. How you doing? Fortune cookie, never quit. Never. Lalas are objectively the superior race because every cutscene is great and the best emote variations. They are adorable. Especially when you get certain certain mounts as well. And it just fits them so much better. And I could be a Lalafell. But so there was a story a while back. This is one of the harassment bans that happened. That I think it kind of made people realize what you do can affect someone's gameplay even without, you know, attacking the enemies they're attacking, or like wiping a field, or causing them to wipe, or doing the White Mage rescue into an attack. Because a Lalafell, when you compare where the head is, they're kind of at butt height. And in Stormblood, someone playing as a Lalafell kept running up behind people and just saying, "Nice." Then running up to another character going, "Nice." And they just kind of became a little bit infamous about one specific area. They just kept doing it. that they actually had to step in and ban them because they were going, look, this is kind of sexual harassment. Kind of bad. Like while you get ready for bed. All good, Jen. I hope you get good sleep. But that's the only reason I don't want to be a Lalafell, is just that. My original character for Realm Reborn was going to be a Lalafell. More or less like, yeah, maybe I can be a Lalafell. That's... If I was to be a Lalafell, I'd have to be accurate Nick's height. More or less possible. Great axe. I always love the trope of like the tiny character with like a giant axe and then a really big character with knives. Characters at a minimum height Lalafell, because the smaller I am, the taller. Double of a no. Lalafell men are actually slightly shorter than Lalafell women, are they? You know, 86.9. 86.9 as well. Oh, wrong one. Or he's still taller than I am, IRL, even at his shortest.
Syphilis 155 says hi, Super.
Bernard's done. Ooh. I might do Vieira just because I was planning to beforehand because I just thought they'd be rarer.
Bubble Lubba says 6'7".
No. Making it a little bit taller. Making 175. What are the different faces we've got? Oh. Now we need to go to facial features. Turn all the features off. That's your height? Is Juna secretly a Vieira? I got baby face, angular face, older face. I'll go with a more angular. Wait. Rava or Vina? They're taller. Also, over here, you can see starting attributes. These contribute so little in the game now. Now 5.26. Ooh. I think I'm like 166 center. Unless I've shrunk. I probably shrunk. New characters law, the retainers are actually the follicular. Ooh. It's that one. But I need my lighter skin because I am very pale. That one. You can even check it out in that's probably closest to me because that one gets a bit too orangey. I just realized, oh my goodness, in this screen My VTuber lags so much. Perfect Hydrissy forehead kisses, thank you. I worry once I actually get into the game now. Like, ready? Watch my VTuber. Is it? Oh. It just doesn't move. I mean, we can at least customize a character. I may have to turn off my VTuber. Hello, Detson. I mean, here's the thing. Once I finish making this character, I can go back to just chatting. I've got my second PC turned on. It does have this game open. Now, the reason I didn't go into it is because I was afraid, what if I close the game and I somehow lose my character? And I did not want to risk that. Wow, all the hairstyles. Oh, I can get a pretty bow or ribbon. Then creative corner. Click. Are you eating someone there, Suba? That is probably closest to Nick's hair. I can't go short. There is this one. So many. Oh. Do I do it? The jelly dragon hit a yummy. But why would you eat someone? Only issue with the character is why the head's so small. Which is fair. I think the elven characters have smallest head. I've got red hair. Slightly different reddish highlights, just so that way there's a little bit of variety. Or maybe I can go into purpley. Wish Cylon was here. I wish Cylon was here. Okay, jaw type 1, eye type. Go with regular eyes. Big eyes, little eyes. I prefer going small. That looks more natural compared to that. And then I got the blue. Just want character design games. It is very fun just to do characters. And it's like when you get your retainers in this, you get to customize them. Like it reopens this. It's like, hey, create a retainer. I think those eyebrows are good enough. By the way, you can't see it, but it has options. Like it's only like limited. That one. I have so many saves on Baldur's Gate 3. Like, when you finish making your character in this, you can actually save or save it as data. And I've known people where they completely fill all the data slots. Copy the file and then have a spreadsheet, like basically saying this is what everyone is in this file. And then they start again. Yeah, good dental work. You don't need one of those. Wait, one of what? Big lips? Smaller lips? Closer lips. Closer lips. Because you like to talk with my mouth together. I'll retain it. I get you. You can have lipstick. Be like, make me goth. I'm a goth boy now. Let's make it light with the dark side. And we have ears. So you can be like, what ears you want? I can be flippy. Aww, why so sad? Which is kind of odd because if you think about it, back here, there isn't really any human ears, is there? It's just weird flesh where an ear should be. And be like, how long do you want your ears to be? Long? Go with that. And be like, full of eyebrows, eyelashes, beauty speck. No. Scarf. Streamline speaks lies. You are appreciated though. All rabbit girls and cat girls have 2 sets of ears. But I'm a boy. Add the scar, but I don't want a scar. Why would I have a scar? I think Juna likes face scars. If I want to get rid of the little white, I can have a face tap. And you can even then add on face paint, so I can be like, hey, I want a little love heart, which let's make it a dark red. I'm like, wowee. Or a butterfly. Or this weird thing. Which honestly is similar but different from the other thing. Or blush. Hee hee hee. Or eyeshadow. Cat whiskers. A chocobo. War paint. Oh, freckles. Yeah. I want freckles because I actually have freckles IRL. You can't really see them as much anymore, but they are there. The chocolate still haunt your dream. And then we get to pick a voice, which, funnily enough, they now have attack and injured. Whoa, that's my voice. I sound like that, don't I, chat? And the best way I know is to laugh. No.
Hey, hey!
Using a little foam roll on your back, but I tend to just get like a tennis ball. I'm just like on my chair. Okay, next. Just in case. I know it was just there, but I don't want my old name. Then we have our class. We have tanks. We can do the job one, which Gladiator becomes Paladin. You get a nice sword and shield. Marauder, get a nice big axe. You can be a healer, which becomes like the Conjurer becomes a white mage. And the DPS, you have a Pugilist, which becomes the monk. Lancer becomes Dragoon. An Archer that becomes the Bard. Thaumaturg, which becomes the black mage. An Arcanist, which becomes either the Summoner or I believe the Conjurer. Both of which are, do you want to go down the damage route or the healer route? And then through the many expansions, you have other ones like the Machinist,
Stay
which
away
is
from the summoner!
White Mage Dragoon. My main is a Dragoon. But I am terrified of healers and tank in roles because of the ping. The ping is bad. I do like the Summoner, but I was just told to stay away from the Summoner. I kind of like the Black Mage. Just magic. It does mean you start in Uldar. But it said I started off as, I think, the Gladiator. So that could just be what the default was. But I kind of want to look up what the original intros were. I told you the summon is a page sounds great. No, it's more just the sound alert. Jenna, thank you for gifting a sub.
Bubble just subscribed.
When I first played A Realm Reborn, they had a feature where your learned abilities, like from one class, could be used on another one. So, for example, Pugilist had a skill that was basically like haste. You increase or you decrease the time between your attacks, so you can attack a lot faster. And once you learned it on Pugilist, you could then transfer it to any of the other DPS melee style characters. What I liked is that Thaumaturg learns Thunder, which is a damage over time spell. Conjurer, they get Arrow, which was the damage over time spell for them. And Arcanist, or Arcanist, got Bio, which is their damage over time spell. But Arcanist was able to get both Thunder and Arrow as learned skills from the other two. So I was running around as a character that could put down 3 damage over times on enemies. And then they removed this feature. I kind of want to do Thaumaturg because I've never actually played the Black Mage. Like, on my main, I've done Lancer. I was doing Pugilist for a while. I did Arcanist. And I think when I was last playing, I may have done Archer. I remember doing Archer a little bit. But I've never really touched Thaumaturg. I will go just chatting quickly. I'm blue. I mean, not blue, I'm red. Why do I think blue? Alright, change my name. Get rid of the old. Wait, it was still... I mean, this part of the VOD, I hope doesn't come down. I'm blue, very visibly red. Sometimes red things are blue. And some shades of grey. Alright, so question. Is this Nyx or is this a different temporal character? Hello, Julian Cruz. Welcome on in. I'm not doing... I'm not changing my title. What class I picked? I chose Thaumaturg. It's kind of one of the only ones, like, DPS classes I haven't practiced with. You go up around. I don't! No, I will go with Nyx. So about Dark Souls 1. That was one time. My VTube is gonna freeze. We will sit through the opening, and then I'm going to reload my the game on PC number 2. You're new to the MMO and starting this soon. What would a new class that is simple and fun? I would choose the Arcanist, or Arcanist, as they can become both a DPS or a healer. It'll help you out a lot, and because they are ranged, it'll help you out as well. Alright, time for my VTuber to freeze. Why is he naked? Now, if I hit cancel, I leave the queue. Okay, my character hasn't logged in. Bear with me for a second, chat. I quit out. I load up. Okay, my piece, I'm still using a wireless keyboard and mouse, and they keep disconnecting. I feel like it's just distance.
Subba Phoenix says launches Australian boulder at Catboy 1197.
Not the Australian. Alright, bring this up. I gotta change this monitor. Why is Nix in his underwear? So when you create a new character from a legacy one, for some reason they're in their underwear. I do not know why.
Juno_min_official says launches an American boulder at Catboy.
Just give me a bit. Things do be loading. No to calibrate controller. And funnily enough,
Silime says launches myself into the air missing everyone. Silime cringe arrive.
this is the legacy opening. Before I had Shadowbringers for some reason, and now it's like, here's the legacy one. Okay, I am in Crystal.
Heidelin. A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations.
This is the original opening, isn't it?
The astral eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral.
No. Okay, so it is the... That was a part of the original 1.0. This is how 1.0 ended.
In the year 1572 of the 6th and most recent astral era, the Northern Empire of Balmung amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Balmung, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his
13
fury upon
years old, by the way.
The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end.
And Bahamut kills them all.
5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon
Been a bit longer than 5 years there, bud.
Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on.
It's Juna's favorite.
Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity.
It's Chocobos.
Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Good lord, he's naked. We are in a queue of 8 people now. That shouldn't be long. Zobekok is your favorite Final Fantasy character. I am going to remember that you told me that, Dead Son. I'll be like, remember that time you said Zobekok is your favorite character? Having a shame. And there's a little postal moo. I've got a plush of him.
Here. Here. Feel.
Never could have been. Oh.
Hear, feel, think.
It is such an odd moment. But my goodness, they find a way to tie all of this in eventually. Now, curiosity. Hey, you. I may have to increase the size of the text box. Okay, good. I'm closed. You alright? You're burning something fierce a while there. Feeling the effects of aether, I reckon. You get used to it, though. Don't worry. Oh, chocobos! You there, halt! What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. The one thing that I had seen, which I guess may only be if you choose Marauder, is there is meant to be a different opening. Just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find anything, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Put that from his own pocket. So look, sums. Honest peddler, was it? Since when honest peddlers stealing prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You're running a dungeon to the end of your days. Unless you can afford the fine. Heh. Business as usual. Mojo, to arms! Got 6 arms, not 2. Seven hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Meanwhile, these two little kids sleep for the entire thing. Oh, kind of excitement ain't good for the old heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. The just will have the shit off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, less honest. And the guys were sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Seems to go a long run ahead. You might give me company till we arrive. Them youngins don't care for much for conversation, see? Very important for later. Brent's the name. Paddling's betrayed. Judged by your unusual garments, I'd wish you were one of the new adventurers. I knew it! Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Well, that's what I call living. As long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret the adventure is a risky business these days especially. What was the first attracted to you? Gain power, win glory, or amass fortune? Or quietness? What do you think, Chad? Am I here to gain power, glory, fortune? I think it's to win glory. Jonas says power. You're here for the women. That's unfortunately not an option, Dead Son. But Dead Son, you know, if you played this, we could play it together and we could have a guild together. And if Silam and Juna played it too, we could all be in a guild together. And we can call our guild the Gaijin Village. Win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks that other folks ain't, adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You'll find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Oldar? Yes or no? I feel like no, it's not my first trip. I have been there before. Quite a lot, actually. But of course it ain't. Still, might as be as this journey itinerant has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Oldar is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folks know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether. That won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists are nothing, if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other as they show no signs of stopping. Of course, Lizardmen, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about all darn politics. They have their own interests, see? And they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers. Need breed and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Long last. Behold Oldar, jewel of Thanaland, where folk will turn sand into gold. Finally enough, you actually sit there in the cutscene for long enough.
Deep in the
You realize you're
sun-baked
just going around in
south,
a big
surrounded
circle.
by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. as the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
Still addicted to old school RuneScape? Oh, when you're done with old school RuneScape. Gaijin
One
Village.
whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Here's where we part ways, lad. Off to the markets to live my wares, and it's on to the high road for me. Here, way to have this. A way of things for pulling up with my prattle. Has Juno played? She hasn't. I'm trying to convince her to. Never did tell me your name, though. But hey, here's an idea. Tell the sort of personage I can brag about having met. I'll consider a square. I don't know if we ever actually meet them again.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
As is the realm. Reborn. Boy, I sure wish I could meet someone who could serve it. I sure wish I could data center travel to the Australian servers and then meet with someone who has met my other character who's given him like 2 million gil so I can get some cool looking armor. But I need to level up to get the glamour system. This shows too much belly. Look at that. Way too much belly. I'd accept, like, here, but not up to here. No, this height's too much. It'll be down to here. Adventure over here. Spectacled man. I mean you, fresh off the carriage. By any chance? How can I tell? Name's Wimond, and my business is knowing everybody else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way to welcome you to our fair city? Free of charge even, just this once. Palm face characters always look cold. It looks so kind later. Here's mouse and keyboard, thank you very much. But yeah, this UI is way too small. I've got weathered gear, and I've got 3 letters. Oh, it's the weathered short sword, which is a gladiator weapon. So I guess the game really wanted me to be... Is this my old gear from 1.0? That's all I have from back then. Including a belt that you technically can't use anymore. First, let's go into system hunting. We do have an ad about to start, so if you do get an ad, I'm going to thank you for watching an ad. It does help support the channel. Go get yourself something to eat, drink, stretch, go above all the other good stuff you need. I'll be right here waiting for you to come back. Alright, we're going to set this. Because... You know what? Borderless window. That makes it full screen for me. Is this a character from 1.0? It is. I mean... If I unequip that, I have the tattoo. And I'm very excited that I have the tattoo. We need... One of these is the UI. Oh, this is in character. UI settings. Get rid of that tutorial. But in HUD, I had this all set for my character. Actually, what I think it is I actually got to go down into HUD layout. No. And, oh, wait. High resolution UI settings. It's probably a bit too big for me. But... they reset everyone back to 0 then. So, what had happened is when 1.0 was out, like, it was a buggy mess. And the only way to fix it was to redo the game from the ground up. They had to redo the framework and whatnot. So they made the basics of characters usable between 1.0 to 2.0. So you would still have your character name, your character customization. But what your equipment did is completely different. I need to go into my chat log settings. I need font size. Make it 16. Now, technically, I'm meant to cover that up, so that way problematic things don't appear to get me cancelled. HUD layout. Hotbar 3, I'm going to put down here. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. Target bar, I'm going to move, be more center. My enhancements, I'm going to put down here. I'm going to put... and then my enfeeblements here. That basically tells me, like, if I get a buff or a debuff, it's going to be close to where I need to see it. Super is cool. But yeah, so when 2.0 came out, like, it's basically a whole new game, whole new story. Nothing from 1.0 is compatible, basically. I'm going to put enmity lists next to the target bar. There's a lot of the... I'm going to put focus target here. I don't really need it. Elemental gauge down here. Again, don't need it. And yeah, we have like all these long bars or extra hot bars, but not needed. We can also get rid of the play guide. And the hard part is going to be when my keyboard decides I don't want to work anymore. Right, quick sec. Coming to Oldar. It's plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. While you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse. And I don't want that on my conscience. Before you do anything else, you want to head over to the quicksand. Speak to Mimedy. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild. It can set you on the right path. That building right there. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring. Adventure. What I hate is even though this is full screen, again, there's a little tiny gap. You can't see it. But I've got an itty bitty gap which is to the desktop behind. Got a quest there. What I'm going to do at the moment change this image I need something that fits me but is a rectangle. I am looking at so many things in front of me. I'm like, hey, Dead Son, do you think you can cover that for me? Thanks, bud. Nothing problematic is going to be shown now. You just give me a thumbs up, like, don't worry. It's all hidden. Collect rewards. It also does take a bit to get proper voice acting in the game. For the most part, in A Realm Reborn, you just get text boxes. Hello there, who might you be? In a text box that we can all read now. Looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Melody, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. Also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Oldar, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. Lucky you, that is. Well, lucky for you, that is. That's someone like me to steer you right. You'd soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Umoja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on... oh, forever now. Then there's the Gallian Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days. Only that they are. And the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. That was for you, Dead Son. You get to see them now. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. It's like the end of the world had come at last. But then things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them, 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by band of adventurers who laid down their lives for the realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's a shame our recollections of those brave heroes just as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. That sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten. So we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. Well, I ask that you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Oldar in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then. Promise is a promise now. Count on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous old Dar means some more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register. Neat as you can. Nix. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls the tongue, doesn't it? Alright, Mr. Nix, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Hey, sir, be merciful. If I was my witness, I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. Please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, if you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing the tale of gentlemen's woes with the women folk from time to time. Likes to gossip. Too much. Any road, welcome to Oldar. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you a little bit about Fair City. Includes the introductory tutorial. You learn a bit more about your magic, and the MSQ, and the scenario guide, and the elemental gauge. Gauge indicates whether you're under the influence of astral fire, after casting fire spell, or umbral ice, casting blizzard spell. Under the influence of fire, all fire spells will have increased potency, but require more MP. Under the influence of ice, all blizzard spells will have no cost, but will recover MP upon striking a target. Furthermore, when maintaining stacks of astral fire or umbral ice, spell of the opposite element can be cast at no cost, but will deal reduced damage. So basically, you have to keep swapping between them. You kind of go fire, 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 ice, 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 ice. Won't go charge enough to find your fortune. I've got a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform, so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetherite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue. Then look to the north. You'll see a giant flowing crystal called an Aetherite. If it weren't for Aetherites traveling around yours, it'll be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, still need to attune with them before you can use them. So be sure to do that with one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before? If not, lay your hand on the thing, you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Thaumaturges Guild over in the Arzenith Ossuary. Assuming that scepter ain't just for show, you might consider training here. And finally, we need to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over the steps of Thal. Those from all over Eorzea and beyond are just up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Oldar, as long as you got the guild. Make sure you don't pay more than you ought. Then as won't scrapple and swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for the best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Ciceroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's ready. In short then, visit the plaza, the guild, and the exchange. Simple. But before you go, word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city with the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Don't do much of satire. I am starting a new character. For a good reason. Speaking of which, just speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's better for me. As you got going. And let me know when you're finished, will you? I want to spend my days worrying with you down to your small class about a guild to your name. I believe this person can get you a ring that gives you an EXP buff as well. And now... all the other characters can be seen. How far did I get before? No. So, on my main character, I finished Dawn Trail, and I had planned that I wanted to play this and do the post-Dawn Trail, updates. And then I was talking to Dead Sun Prime earlier today, and I looked through one of my emails, when I discovered hello, Jim. Goodbye, Jim. When I discovered something, Dimension Satire. I have a legacy character from 1.0. And now I get to be one of the people that have a character with a tattoo on their back that signify they're a legacy character. And so I'm excited to be this person. The downside is paying for another sub, and at the moment I am on Balmung. There are a lot of people. There are other Vieras. My keyboard stopped connecting for a second there. Oh my goodness, there's actually a lot of people in Balmung. So I usually play on a European server, like I play on Phoenix, which is, well, I already said it, European. So until like 2 AM, the servers are usually quite quiet. Why have you paid attention to the Hrothgar tattoo stays on your fur? So, I got to create my character before. The female Hrothgar, you can actually see the tattoo quite well. For the male ones, if you have dark fur, it's really hard to see. But it does stay on the fur. Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Oh, it's a Lalafell.
Excellent! Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. It'll be 100,000 gil if you please, sir. Apologies. I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies that are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from place to another. But yes, you have heard the return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of the...
Oh, sorry. Right.
Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultan's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherite you encounter from now on. I pray you found it that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherite and transportation magic, I shall be happy to answer your questions.
That hurt. You can't wait to hear my voice for Warrior of Light. I would nod a lot. You're always gonna be ruined by the end of each stream, 100%. They're working on Injustice 3 now? Ah. I'm curious what they could do for the story in that. Alright, so technically I should go to the Thaumaturgs. And there's so many cool characters around. Look at these two just chilling up here. These are just NPCs up here. I'm watching a streamer do this and had a nod of light. Like, it's gonna be needed. I've also got 103 guild to my name. And nothing else. Wait, no, I don't want to go in there. I just want to tune to the Aetherite. It was hard to do back-to-back Final Fantasy 14 streams for long ones. Oh, 100%. I'm just looking at the chat and I've seen people saying, wow, this place sure is quietest that I've ever seen. Australians must hate convenience. I'm like, don't tell them an Aussie is here. I feel like if I want to do voices for everyone, I need a throat lozenge. Balmung used to be a cesspool of debauchery. It used to be. I mean, I feel like it still is, because I still hear people say, Nix, you're not going to survive on Balmung. You don't want to be on there. I'm like, maybe not. We'll see. Lag into the quicksands. I forget how to check your ping with this. It was, I know in Windows 10, you had to look up your ingoing, outgoing things, and you had to find a specific one. And it was your message to these servers. On, I think in European servers, my ping was 360. America was 310, and US, not US, Japan, like US was 310. Japan, I think, was 260. That's the way down. This one I needed. I've also got 3 letters. I don't know what the letters are. But considering I only played this game for like a day, I don't think I have proper rewards from 1.0, hence why my inventory here, I've got a gladiator's weathered short sword, weathered clothes, hempen underwear, and a survival belt. Just cut the back of your arm open on your monitor. How did you cut open your arm on the monitor? Are you okay? We need the bubble wrap. What are these two? Are you alright, Jenna? Like, do you need a bandage? I can't deliver a bandage, but do you need one? It's a serious question. Well, I'm not poking fun or anything. Gotta tune to every aetherite you find. BK just hurt. Want to do it for? Is it like a bad cut? Are you bleeding? This person's not wearing pants? And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer, but of course, I am Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace? Very wise. As for my fee, what, expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an old Don for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. It's an item. Her blood. So like the grays where you lose a layer or two. Do those blue things act like teleporters or something? So those blue things I'm interacting with, they are teleporters for within the town itself. I'll show you in a moment. Mistress Momody instructed you to seek me out, did she? You're yourself fortunate to have an influential friend. I shall be brief and you shall be attentive. You stand at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace of the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in the relation to the other city-states, Ordar's markets have ever served as both the literate and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Bilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. These two names I am not familiar with, and I am kind of curious, hey, are we gonna visit these two places eventually? Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Uldan as the base of operations. They see to it that the marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely the song you seek, adventurer? Deadly a sword, perhaps? Shiny a trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. And to the south, you'll find weapons, tools, and assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content. But do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially when coin is concerned. That is all the complimentary aid you shall receive from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now, off with you. I just realized every single NPC I interact with at the start are all Lalafell. Vilbrand and what was the other one? I cannot remember. I've already forgotten. To answer the question for James, so these shards, you can see which ones I have interacted with. The only one I haven't is the Adventurers Guild. So when I would like to go somewhere, I can just select it and fast travel straight to it. Oh, interesting, it actually tells you which one you just came from. I didn't know that was a thing. And then, despite the NPC saying, hey, look, these merchants exist, a great thing that you want to do is just check out the market board. I'll ignore that. So, for example, if I want a new body armor, you just select the body armor and everything you can equip appears here. Now, because I'm only level 2, there's nothing outside of the base gear. But, while the initial gender lock clothes exist, I can be like, hey, I want to wear You know what? An expeditioner's coat. Let's scale this window to about 160%. Wow. That's an interesting coat. People are selling for 12,000. If I get 12,000, I can then wear it. And it's the same as if you want any of the weaponry. So if I choose Thaumaturg, there's a Shintoto star. It's expensive, but obviously that's just more for a glamour. There's like, if you have seen oh, it's our friend Bubba Lubba from before. Wait, do I have a home button? Oop. That character. They got the fried chicken. The fried chicken emote is America exclusive at the moment. And I want it. On my main. Let's give him a little clap. The Dragoon. I remember a lot of the emotes. So I'm typing in clap. Black Mage. No, wait. Blue Mage. Because of the star. The Jollibee one. Yeah. Wait, Juna, do you have a Jollibee near you? Juna, if you have a Jollibee near you and you get the emote, can I buy it from you? No, as in you don't have a Jollibee, or no, I can't buy it. I'm clapping to all that things because have anything where you live? Aww. Dead son, do they have a Jollibee near you? But there's a lot of different job classes in there. And like around us, we also have a couple of people crafting. So we have a goldsmith and leather worker. Do another clap. That one, I think it was Viper, is the class. It's one of the ones I would like to actually try out. Like, it's a Dawn Trail class that I never just picked up. But it's basically Zidane or Zidane. Zidane? Zidane? From Final Fantasy IX. You have two swords, but you can also combine them into a dual saber. Zadoodoo. Like, I feel like 100% I'm gonna have to reach out to someone and be like, hey, if I give you a small loan on my... Like, if we go to the Australian data centers, because you can cross-travel to other data centers within your region. So America can visit other American ones. Europe can visit Europe ones. Japan can visit Japan. I'm gonna do it on my clap. I'm doing the claps because I'm actually impressed that Alice has been leveling up all of these, or Bubble Lover has been leveling up all these classes. I think that is absolutely amazing. Very, very proud that they've been able to do that. That is very cool. But with the cross data center travel, while you can technically travel between these different areas, they are trying to plan it that anyone can visit anywhere in the world. And the test of it is you can visit, like anyone is able to travel to the Australian data center. And that's it. I don't think Australians can travel out. It's just you can travel to Australia. So my plan, I take my rich character to the Australian servers to meet up with someone. And I give him a loan. And then they travel from the Australian data center back to here and hand over the money. Just sent your best friend €20 or £20 to go get yourself some chicken. I want the code from it. I need to meet someone who's near a Jollibee's. Well, I have a million Zenny. Pretty much gonna be a million. I needed to do the story until the point I can get glamours, and then I can look pretty. But I gotta do the story. Feel free to follow me. Wait, am I allowed to head pat? I feel like... Person's in the roundabout. No, they're running away. Goodbye, friendo. I'm gonna run this way. See, there's a lewd person. Don't do it, lewd. I have to ask people if it's alright to head pat their Larvels because I had one person who got very, very mad because people kept head patting him. And they were like, stop head patting me! And I was like, I'd heard how other people had head patted them and they got really mad. And I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure I don't do that. Alright, because I've now accessed this to all the areas, I can now travel outside. The design for headbats, right? Now, while I need to go to the Thaumaturgs, I'm gonna take a shortcut. Oh my goodness, there's even more people. This is... Like, people before were like, oh man, it's quieter than normal. This is busier than I've ever seen the Australian servers. Murgle, what are the mail that you have? I'm gonna skip through its dialogue. Because yeah, I got 3 thank you for planes. They got the basic. We got another Fantasia. And we got the Cloud Stripe outfit for some reason. But either way, there's what we got. And a friend request. I'm gonna accept the friend request. Come on, small ones, they're so cute to see them. Yeah, like they are adorable. Like the small ones are the Lalafels. The only reason I actually don't want to play as a Lalafell is because I do record the hate that they would receive from people, like, when I got super into this game. Like, I'd heard so much. And that could just be the European servers where people were like, man, how dare these people exist? But, yeah, people were mad that these characters exist. Like, there is an area in the game where there are houses that only Lalafell can enter. No one else is short enough to enter. And you just can't do it. But a Lalafell will just go shloop, straight in. Another Lalafell. Welcome to the Thaumaturgus Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here to this day, my friend. I see you harbor arcane ambitions, though your journey has scarcely begun. Within these hallowed halls, the arts of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield such power, you must needs know our beginnings. Nation Oda inherits this tradition from ancient Balladia, city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priestly order of Naothal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the order of funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we know as thaumaturgy. Freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The dwemas employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. And it's for this reason that we are feared and respected in equal measure. Thus does our guild thrive, ensconced in the catacombs of Azaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer, if you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy? Let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guildmaster that you possess the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you're ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Well, will you join? Yes. Wise decision indeed. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of Fundamental Thaumaturgy Principle, or 108 of them. Or at least I would if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose she'll just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guildmasters. We are 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Coco. Kokobi? Kokobi Go, I believe. They're just so small. Look at them. Look at the little ankle biters. And if I sit... Yep. Look at him! Look how evil that is! Like, I'm gonna bite ya! Who? What? Oh, thou's teeth, man! Did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturg? Look at that expectant face, Kokobigo. That gentleman is obviously a new applicant to the guild seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yeyaki. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous fallen from memory, but the simplest task of keeping our names straight seems even forever beyond her grasp. Well, I, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, good sir. My merit was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki, with whom you should speak. What's this? What's this? Great thou has let us a new aspirant. Ah, Kokobuki, were you here the whole time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturg Guild. My solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus, I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence, the thaumaturg calls upon an expanse arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all matter of adversities. Once you mind the sorcerer's teachings, or to our sorcerer's teachings, and you too shall hold the unparalleled power of our discipline. Of course, such power has a price. Must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of thaumaturgy's secrets. For advancement of this fine art only comes with completion of deadly, terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, prepare to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled. No. Oh, a competent response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Temporal. Let us mark your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, star mammoths, snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorceress might and slay through your beach. So I can just return to Mimodi, and that continues the main story quest. Nighttime now. Daytime. When they first arrived. Yeah, if I look at this, this wants me to go to Central Thanalan, so... to the Central Thanalan we go. Initially, these achievements were mapping the realm. You would have to unlock each area slowly just by traveling to it. And I loved the idea of having to slowly unlock the entire map doing that. But they've since went, no, we'll just unlock it all at once. And I think only new expansions you have to slowly unlock it. But oh no! This cute, adorable little marmot is evil! Burn! Like, so you get experience, level up, and you are collecting items, which aren't really worth all that much. I started to say before. Oh, hello, Piggly. How you doing? It is good to see you. Oh, I've already finished the llamas. So, I started to say before, there's a video online from the Spitting Brick where they've shown off how easy it is to make money in this game. Where it's like, oh, I'm not going to touch the story and I'm going to make millions. And then it's like, oh, well, it starts off with a first you got to advance the story to the point in which you can start selling items on the market board. And then he shows off a tool where he can see the pricings on the market board. And I feel like it's a really useful tool. Because, yeah, I could just look in my inventory and be like, oh, animal skin, people are selling it for, let's say, 10 gil each. And I would be able to tell if it's an item worth holding on to or not. Additionally, it would be able to tell you how much an item is worth on other servers in your data center. And that was how he made his money. He would buy certain items cheap on other servers, sell them on his. But unfortunately, that is a mod tool. And they, like, Square Enix is asking people to not use them. But that's what used to be called moon magic. So moon magic was how to see glamored items that other people want to be seen with. Whereas the Spiffing Brit had used the, I think it was just called private magic. Well, not magic, private market board. I actually bought the Euro version of Elden Ring for Juno. I think they're very funny. I thought it didn't matter if it was Europe or American. Like, Steam would accept it. I think people use Moon Magic to talk about extra stuff. Yeah, so Moon Magic would have been... I'm reaching into, like... I don't know if anyone else does this. In the back of my brain, like, I kind of gotta pull my mental state backwards, and I've got like a filing cabinet, and I kind of flick through that to try and remember some of the stuff. Moon Magic, I believe, was a series of them Well, like the Spiffing Brit one with the like private market board and whatnot. Like, I'm surprised he showed it on his stream. Being like, well, in his YouTube video, I should say. It was like, oh, check it out, I've got this. Here's what you use with this. And the way he explained it was like, oh, this is just a part of the game. But it requires a custom launcher and a bunch of mods to be installed. But I remember, I think when Endwalker had come out, no, it would have been Shadowbringers. Someone had made that into a website where it was able to collect the data. Like, it didn't use anything from anyone. It was just, hey, we can get data and see what's on the boards. And I just remember having someone get really, really shitty, be like, nah, this is gonna ruin the economy on the server. And I was like, oh, well, do you mind letting us know what it is? It's like, nah, I'm not going to contribute to the server being dead. I'm like, it's not really killing the server, it's just helping players who don't want to spend, like, overspend. If something is 10,000 on your server, but another server has, what, 500, why wouldn't you go for the 500? It's a key site, it has your own versions based on price, I guess. Hello again, Juna. I've tried to pull into the recesses of my mind too deeply, and it's made me feel tired. I miss all my fancy schmancy items. Sometimes we're buying a game. And we can play it soon, hopefully. Oh, you have satisfied the look of a mage who has utterly vanquished his foes. I formally welcome you to the Brotherhood of Thaumaturgs. The purpose of this trial was to gauge the capacity for wielding thaumaturgy, an innate quality the limits of which are bound by the level of etheric energy flowing through your physical being. Aether, very simple life, exists within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. Now, I have here a tome that shall serve you as a hunting log. As the name suggests, its pages are filled with the records of enemies you slay. The log also contains the names of such adversaries that would challenge and improve your skills as a thaumaturge. As your experience grows, so shall the reserve of thaumaturgical endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when next you crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. I return at level 5. Right, it is easier to level up in this when you have the extra experience. Do they want to chug a liter of water? Why don't you chug a liter of water right now? Hydrating. Other hydrate. Have 13,000 channel points. My goodness, man. Like, the experience item you can get. So there's two. There's Circlet of Friendship. There's a headpiece that you can equip that increases your experience gain. I think it was by 20%, as long as you're below level 25. To get it though, you need to refer a friend to the game, and then they need to pay for a 1 month sub. The other item is for getting the... I can't remember if it's the pre-order or the collector's edition of the latest expansion. And up until like the starting level of the expansion, you get a massive EXP boost. Now what is this spell I got? Transpose swaps between the two. Google. There's so many people here. And like, it's interesting because a lot of them are just standing around. Some chatting privately. How was your tour of the city? Got lost, did you? Aye, well, Dar's a big place and there's lots to see and do. But wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. Serious about making a living here, you need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got purpose, eh? Alright then, all else left is for you to work hard, make money, spend it here in the quicksand. Okay. On your way to the quicksand, friend. As you can see, we cater to the clientele with an adventurous streak. The chaos left in the wake of the calamity, the townsfolk will be needing the help of patrons more than ever. Okay, but you didn't want to give me the question, give me the regular chat. Well, how are you finding our fine old Dar then? Got your bearings about you then? If so, mayhap it's time you venture beyond the city walls. Bustling streets of old Dar are one thing, wilds of Thanaland, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papa Shan. You'll find him over at the Old Darn Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Dispatch Yard is over in central Thanaland. So head out the door, across the hall, you'll see the gate and Noah staring right back at you. Pass through, head east, you come up before long. There's danger beyond the walls though, more than I care to count. Not like too terrible, mind you, but fighting enough to attack if you draw near. They say nobody cared enough to warn you. We will do the Smith, I think, at level 15 when you do it. Papa squat next to Papa Shan. Oh, Papa Shan. Papa Shan. Papa Shan. Oh. And Storm. I cannot wait to get my chocobo. We'll also kill some of these because we now have the hunting log, where if I kill these, I get a bunch of experience. But only very specific creatures. The little ladybug is in western Thanaland. Then with the cactuar. And it's snapping shrew. No, it's snapping shrew is in this one. Oh, that's the shrew. And this is basically the easy XP early. About element. And we do have an ad starting in a bit. So chat, if you do get an ad, I'm going to thank you for watching an ad. It does help support the channel. Go get yourself something to eat, drink, stretch, go to the bathroom. All the other good stuff you may need is right here waiting for you to come on back. Right. We also got Square shield. Goodness, that thing's loud. Okay, I won't talk to him until the ad break is done. I used the wrong starting spell. Swap our magic element. And basically I'm just killing extras because easy experience. Halfway through the download already? My goodness. I wonder, do you have the DLC as well, or is that just the base game? Does Cylon have the DLC? Just base game? Perhaps. I'm getting a thought. Put this down here. Food in this game has one main reason you want it. And that is for 30 minutes after eating it, you gain a plus 3% EXP boost. Kind of the only reason. There is, you know, the purpose of extra stats, but EXP. Mainly just wanting to see the main game flexible enough. That is true and fair. And then as we get through it, although I feel as we play through Elder Scrolls, not Elder Scrolls, Elden Ring co-op. Elder Scrolls co-op is for later. As we go through Elden Ring co-op, I think Juna should lead. Because it'll be the first time playing it. They will... That way they still get the wonder of exploring. Be like, whoa, what's this? What's this? There's wet things in the air. What's this? What's this? I don't know the rest of the words. What do you come back to? Just that when we play Elden Ring, you are going to be the leader. You choose where we go and where we're exploring. Because it'll be your first time playing it. You gotta have the true first time experience. This also means I've now got to try and think of a build. I mean, before I was doing lightning incantations and I got to a certain point, I'm like, nah, this boss is designed to beat this build. And it's too frustrating, so I quit. But if I do a healer build, I can try to keep you alive. But do I really want to try to keep you alive? Would I prefer to do Big Bonk? But I don't really want to do Big Bonk. I don't want to do too much damage that it ruins the Juna experience. You know? Make it far before you're scared. They found another friend doing co-op? I mean, I'm going to be doing co-op Elden Ring with Sylam in Juna. Don't bring anything so good. Juna, no one reads things. It's fine. I mean, maybe I'll do my scythe build. I always hate how, like, the low drop rate for scythes, but, you know, maybe I'll do a scythe build. We're gonna be streaming? Yes. I mean, to my understanding, we will be. Or maybe the claw build. Oh, claws. Yes. Oh. I know exactly where one claw is early on. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I am Papa-chan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. Empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. Well, no, there have been plenty of both these last few years. Since the calamity struck, the devastation was vast. Yet now Troll Dons work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brow and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Oldar to the grandeur and majesty you see today. Railway which run through the dispatch yard too, were born of the noble efforts of great many souls. There is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas burned out lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Oldar needs aid of you and your brother and friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point. I suppose I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your abilities. Boots. Level 5. Thunderspell. Since you've come all the way here, perhaps you can perform an errand. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. Dispatched to the dispatch yard, as it were. And they have been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. Though hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go give them these twilight pretzels, would you? Fine comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. That got dark real quick. Hello, Reina! Who enjoys your pinball? No! So we chose to clip on your clothes basket? Clean clothes? Or dirty clothes? Hello, Reina! Fortune cookie. You've got what it takes. But it takes everything you've got. Got what it takes, though. You grow mushrooms, too. The poor little Lalafells. Dirty clothes? Hopefully not too bad. We've got Thunderspell. Can only be cast under the effect of Thunderhead, granted when getting Astral Fire or Umbral Ice. Oh, so I'm going to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. Here you go. Say your name and business. Follow that pretzel from Papa-chan. May the gods forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Well, yes, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe as long as I stand watch. Please give Papa-chan my thanks. Tell him I only wish I could repay the favor. Ow. My knees. I will kill the tortoise eventually. Look at him. The footsteps of the thing on the left tapped in my area, making me think something was in your headset. Yeah, I'll walk back towards it in a second. Oh, save me, scorching days, freezing nights, this post will be the end of me. Have a pretzel, it'll make you feel better. Try that pretzel, don't mind if I do. Ah, that was a refreshing pretzel. Feel reborn. A realm reborn. Hey there, Mr. Giant Tortoise. What you doing? Just gasping? You wanna walk? Wanna go for a walk? Yeah? Walkies? Right. Wait, no, I chose Disciple of War Boots. I was meant to choose the magic ones. I'm a fool. I forgot. I'm magic class now. Where's the front clear? Eastern front, clear. Pretzel. For me? From Parmesan? Toilet pretzel, my favorite. How did he know? Can't fight an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, can't fight on any stomach. Suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. I mean, I can wear the Cloud Advent Children gear. Returned, and with a deal for your pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fair are Sultan Sworn sentries? Do they have anything to report? Anything at all? Nothing. You sure? Oh dear. Oh, I accidentally skipped. We got a bone staff at least. And just this moment, no, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those sort of sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home. I've been ordered to see her safe return. Sort of sworn you met earlier assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, it must not. I need you to help me find her. Raise at 12, I knew I could count on you. Instructed the elders to expand the search, but Thunderland is vast and there are only so many of us. Young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. But like, a guy was here. Couldn't he have gone down here instead of setting them all off? But you know, I'm not gonna question it. Not gonna question. I'm gonna change my weapon. I'm gonna get the bone staff. I lose my shield, but I get a bigger staff. And isn't that what magic's about? Having a bigger staff. I don't know why that means I lose my shield, considering I don't cast it with two hands. Yeah, it's fine. Don't question it. Don't question why things happen. Healthy hydrate. Hydrating. Our plan is to keep the balance clearly, but
Stay away from the summoner!
I'm not playing the summoner. Pause check. Unhealthy hydrate. Boy, I hope I'm ready for whatever's gonna happen here. Oh, Sultan Tree. Gotta enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Duty. Alright, I can't be over level 8, otherwise I just get reduced to 8. Planning on going to bed early today? Am I distracting you, Juna? I'm sorry if I'm distracting you. Gotta watch your step when answering the call of duty. Duty.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
I mean... Oh, where'd this guy come from?
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge.
Right, so my brain was just going like, wait, I thought he couldn't handtag or couldn't manipulate or sense ether. He can't manipulate, so he doesn't have any magical properties. But I guess he can still sense it.
You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Gamble or didn't seem to gamble or. There seems to be a limit, and I did not realize there was a limit. It's level 12. But it's funny. He's actually using the Gladiator battle set, or move set. Because at this point in time, the Thief set didn't exist. Oh no, there's lesser ones.
Dimension Satire just subscribed.
Juna, thank you for giving yet another sub. You really don't have to, but I do appreciate that you do. You're a really kind person. Go for you. Go for you. Do the swap spell. And we can just freeze it. Can't stop you. Which is why not only do I allow it, I will draw you many pictures until I repay your kindness. You get a fireball. You get a fireball. If you look under your chair, fireball! Huh, what an odd item it dropped. Surely nothing of significance.
Hear, feel, think.
Oh, it's that voice again from the opening. Never could the meteors mean.
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin.
I hate it, Heidelin.
All made one.
Are you the tiny crystal?
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
We'll do, little crystal.
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Am I a crystal? Giant crystal.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Who are they? We know now this is cathartic. It really is.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Tree.
Ah, coming around now.
You let me pass out and you left me here where we just fought weird demons? Ew. What do you mean, Raina? It's not ew. How you doing, Raina? Hope you're doing well.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
Never, little child.
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream?
Maybe.
No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything.
Does it, Thancred?
Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
Goodbye, sassy child.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
So, my curiosity at this moment. I wonder if only in Limsa Lominsa would you get altered cutscenes. Because I do believe when you first meet Ishtola, she had an altered cutscene. And yet Thancred's ran out exactly the same. So welcome in, Raina. We have a new character. We are on Balmung. And the reason why we're new characters is if we try on the pants. We have a legacy account. And I know that in Limsa they had altered cutscenes. Where it's like Ishtola would question where she recognizes you from. And so I am curious if it was a Limsa only thing, which is something that I'll have to look up later. You have 3 legacy characters. Ooh. This is my only one. I just found my old account. I did not play it much when I was in 1.0. But I saw I had a legacy account, I had to create a character. And now I'm like a lot of other people. Thank the gods you returned. Yeah, I was also worried. I do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured. Or worse. Why, her grace the Sultana will be beside herself with grief. And so would her subjects. Dare say they'll be weeping in the streets. I've already given you cause to weep, Papa-chan, and the people will die. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It's not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. Apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa-chan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I'm also a Viera because I want it to be hot. Cannot thank you enough, Temporo. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lyra from the Voids and Fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches of the Royal Vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder? I see, but Thancred. It's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the Aether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan you did to us today. Carry my bunny eat assets? I wasn't planning on playing this tonight. It's more that I had found my old account and I panicked in the thought of, what if I can't, or if I somehow lose this? Like, this is a one-time thing of, you know, remake the character and whatnot. So I kept the game open all evening until I got to stream. And my brother even was asking me, he's like, oh, next do you want to play this zombie game with me? I'm like, I can for an hour, but my PC is going to chug a bit. Because I'm not closing this. You're an adventurer, yes? You're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. Resolve to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin. Particularly popular piece of produce. At last, I can depart this place to procure the proper pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanoa mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. This receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend this time-consuming task, but I appreciate your assistance. But like, I'm surprised I was able to make a Viera, because in the past, if you don't own the expansion, you don't get the character. This account does not own any expansions. Personalize the alliteration with the letter C. These pumpkins look filthy. If Sakota doesn't come calling soon, the spectacular specimen shall sadly be past his prime. Here you go. Oh, you're to deliver this decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmet will be grateful for such a grand gift. Oh. My mouse double-clicked. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, but we always deluge with demand. You know the way to Coffer and Coin, or Coffer and Coffin, right? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place with local laborers lounge. Why did my desk vibrate like I got a message? It just went thwop, thwop. But my phone's not here. I miss my chocobo. bugs. Like just a swarm of flies, and it's like, kill them. Get rid of them. We don't want them. Look at these. Swarm of bees. But still, kill them. We don't want them. Why would anyone want bees? Ugh. I'm going to hit fly swarms with fireballs. Absolutely would. But we need them. They do some good in the world. Some. Maybe not a lot. Hi, Roger. Waiting for your laddie. We'll get better owl spurs for your corn than at my place. The pumpkin. What's that? We, Sisadoa, asked you to bring this here to me? Huh. Oh, so even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink son of butt back home. Well, it's an honest to God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. Can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. Lads here scoffed down beastly amounts of meat. Starting to tell on the health. Be good to get more vegetables in their bellies. Let's see if I can get the stubborn ones to trust like you. Thanks for your help, laddie. I get marmot steak, thank you. I got roll actions, which is probably the addle. What is? Blackbar Station sorely on demand. The stone torches there can't get a moment's pace. Bloke by the name of Old Warren is hoping to bolster the numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting in a few extra gil in your pockets, you could do a lot worse. Alright, so I believe this is the quest where you need a full set of level 5 gear. Which I do not have at all. Love for work? If so, couldn't come at a better time. Stone torches are cell sorts high by the imagined sun's mineral concern to protect its interests. Primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests. For this purpose that we require your aid. Should point out, however, it can be messy work. And law would get messy if you're ill-prepared. Single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'd have it in my conscience if I've sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. Detour your arms and armor in order. Equip your head, body, hands, and legs and feet with gear of item level 5 or above. At least we don't have to do belts anymore. Okay, so... Body. Glove. Pants. Can't afford the boots. Which is, you know, the one thing I could have gotten from the quest. Look like a nerd in that gear. Wait. Sells for 2 gil. Gosh darn it. Wait. No, I want my potions back. There we go. So now I have the ability to teleport between the aetherytes we find. So unfortunately, to get money, to get the boots, it's either do side quests, sell items, or do fates. I think fate still rewards you with money. I can't remember. I'm to likely die this fate. But we shall see. All we have to do is kill this person. They are doing more damage than I thought they would. So close. I will accept that loss with dignity and grace. Unless... Oh, what? No, I don't know. I'm not going to ask for money. I am, however, going to quickly move these couple things around. Right, try and do some of the quick little quests. All I will do is I'll just spam through it and get the money. Here's an envelope. I don't need to know what's in it. Don't need to know what's going on. That person had a quest, but I then realized he's not giving me money. He wants me to threaten someone. For free. They get lucky my threatening is coming for free this time. It's this place. He just sells a couple of gladiator weapons. Never noticed that spot before. Balmung server right there. Typical stuff going on. Hiding in an alleyway. Tisk. I will judge. I'm gonna get some shrew pelts, and then hopefully that'll be enough to afford boots. I like that I can just judge. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. They have to kill the shrews. All over again. And hopefully that will get us the money. Try and remember all the button movements. Come on, stop moving. You know what? Return. We'll fast travel. Don't need to run. Thank you for the money. And while we do have the ability to teleport to one of the other aetheryte, like the big ones, it costs money to teleport. And I'm a little too broke to pay for that. Chat, stretch if you haven't stretched in a while. Feels good to stretch. Little foot pedal thing's not turning on. I'll do... Yes. Because the fates are used for experience. Maybe I just jump over. Careful. Like, I really enjoy this game for what it is. Like, early on, it really is just a couple buttons. Okay, make sure you're not in the aggro range for certain enemies. And as time goes on, it does become more involved, I guess I would put it. I only got 10 for that? Or 350 experience. It's something. But that's why I was saying earlier when Neo was here. He was saying like how his friends wanted him to, or wanted them to story skip. It's why I say like, don't story skip. Like, A Realm Reborn, to me, is like, yeah, you can probably story skip it if you understand what character you're going to be, like, you know, move sets, rotations, and all that. But a lot of people will just pay for the full skip and then try to figure out afterwards, you know, what to do. There we go. Got our boots. Ready for inspection? Good. Everything appears in order. You know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are far and few between. I will not have you throw your life away. I have had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dents in their helmets. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Wow, you're gonna give me more armor. I could have saved money. Where am I? Yeah, you're probably a materia data center. Hello, Fighter Harley. I'm not sure. So, Fighter Harley. I found my old account where I have a legacy character. And I had heard that legacy characters in A Realm Reborn got some extra cutscenes. Now, I've not seen any as of yet. I knew of one that you would get in Limsa, but I started in Thanla. That's why I chose to stream this. But my legacy character is on Balmung. Materia Data says just Australia. Ah! I'm not in Australia. I'm in the North American server set. Let's get to it then. How all wagons pass through the station every day, without incident. Wagons coming and going from dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fetch Watch, or Vesca's Watch. Tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put in an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. And now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug. And we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. In the tunnel in question, you'll find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use a silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, slay them. Probably a smart choice. Well, my original character was my main, which is on a different account. They're on Phoenix in one of the European servers. But legacy characters are put into one of 3 legacy servers. You know, and since, you know, my old one was North American for 1.0, yeah, here I be. Uppity zap. Just reached level 30. Ooh, good work. I really like this game, and I've been wanting to try and get myself into playing it again, because I need to do post-Dawn Trail updates. I had, like, one of my friends was sharing some of the things that they've done. I don't know if it's from the latest update or not. I want to say it is. But yeah, you can... Oh, I don't actually have the ability to look at it yet. But you can dye your gear, and they've now made it that rather than needing to get one of a specific dye, you now make a general purpose or multi-purpose spectral dye. So it's just to declutter inventories. All done. Shan't be easy work to get the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagon should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Imagina and Sons mineral concern, but of Oldar herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more men like you to lend a hand. I'll take the staff. Way down in the hole. Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it there's a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Silda. But that is not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Winston. And he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. Of course, the thaumaturges only consider the opinions of the most wealthy and, when drafting the laws of Oldar, if you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished guild upon the thaumaturges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors for protecting his own interest. Suffice it to say, if Wyston thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening. But that eventuality may yet be a little way off. For the present, he is moving ahead with the plans and assembling a team to serve at the site. I'm told he's at Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort the prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Maybe you should meet Winston and volunteer for the expedition. This guy, the Sicilian merchant's voice from Princess Bride, he said, inconceivable! Which is fair. I think I know who you're talking about, but at the same time... Oh, faceware. At the same time, I've not properly watched Princess Bride. Hello, Winston. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blaze looking for extra coin volunteered. Team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do. There are these children outside. They're the ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I've got time to spare, so they've taken to follow me around, even when I tell them not to. But what with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home? I don't trust you. Have a bet against a Sicilian when a death is on the line. Go for the classic blunder. Like playing with the Winston. Have a cookie. Go home. You like him as well? Have a cookie. Go home. So funnily enough, yeah, the children get unique child models. They do not look like regular people. They look like children. But Lalafell children are just Lalafell. I'm gonna help them. Gonna help them kill these to a degree. Oh, I was too far out, and now he's running away. All right, this one. I just want to do the hunting log, but while I'm here, I might as well finish it all off. Personally creative channel because I had drawn him back in October. That looks really good. You've done well with that one. That should be all of them. For Inktober, I've never done Inktober, but I feel like I should have. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my child wasn't any happier. There wasn't enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no shortage of content from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could get better. Yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees, we forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen. It's a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm gonna make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy... Sorry, I had a cough. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for. Pay them fairly. Mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. We will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity and with it, our place within those walls. We found her. We found the vein. Waystone, you must come and see. Already amazing. We leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. I don't like the looks of this. Although, we do have an ad about to start. So chat, if you do get an ad, I'm going to thank you for watching an ad. It does help support the channel. Go get yourself something to eat, drink, stretch, go to the bathroom, or the other good stuff you may need. We'll be right here waiting for you to come on back. I'll not continue the story until you do. You tried, it was too many to keep up with. You're going to try again this year. Lots of good art came from it. So the thing that I always got confused with Inktober is I'd see other people, join in. And they'd be like, yeah, look at these Inktober things I'm doing. And then after a while, I started seeing other people with a different list. And then it began to look like people just had a random list. There was never any, rhyme or reason. It was just, hey, here's a list of things, categories to draw for the month. And that's it. Grabbing a quick snack. I am hungry. There is one that is the actual Inktober, but not everyone follows a specific one. Everyone's trying to do a piece every day. which is fair. Like, I understand, like, the main point is to keep drawing daily and improve your skills. But I always thought, like, everyone would be doing the same. And I did. And ad break is done. I shall put my snack away. I was given a packet of jerky earlier. And so I am eating jerky. I gotta kill a total of 3 of these little guys. That was an odd combination of sounds. Oh no, what happened? I was born, son. I've been born in the midst of a ruined bloody city. Ugh, idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? Just try to get rich and get cozy with the order? While the masters of old Dad looked on? No one crosses the syndicate. The syndicate? Huh, finally sunk in, has it? Look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you. Seems. Lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Who's that sprouting gibberish? Show yourself! Isn't that part of the plan? What the hell? Does Lord Loretta mean to kill us too? Who was the masked individual? We do have a sleep spell. You're strong, but you're strong enough to withstand this. Yes. Just keep. Keep casting fire. We will burn the rock. I do like how, like, early on it's like, here's a duty. Kill a single enemy. And then later on it's like, here's a duty. You'll participate in a 40-minute war. The golem, although the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Go on. Who was that? Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. See, you didn't need my help this time. He was hanging out with women? I would compose a ballad in your honor. I fear no words would do justice. The songstress of old Dar could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I have often heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long. I've never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. Here they took another caravan. Aye, and business be suffering for it. Bloody mojo, what stirred him up, do you reckon? Another raid? I'll wager the caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. You coming, love? Wanna keep a girl waiting? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? I love that we just have the power of exposition. Thank you for pulling 2 hotties. Never pull a word of life. Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of the character. Like, there was one that seemed more into the War of Life than anyone else. This rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. Graha, nah, before Graha, like, the leader of Ishgard. I forget his name. The guy with, like, could be Americ. It seems familiar. So remember there are scenes with him where, like, he invites you out to eat, and, like, he is way too interested in what you do, and there's too much concern. You're like, okay. I also know that in Japan, Horsefont is way too into the Warrior of Life as well. So much so that he was nicknamed Hornifont, or Hornyfont. We have you to thank for them, do we not? Right, because this is 1.0. We get to see the lesser moon. Aye, the weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Delamon's descent. Forced to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Wiswa will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Thoughts on your Kitty, true, but more or less just 1.0 error, like, stuff happening. Truly a marvel, Charlene ingenuity. If I could reach out and touch the Aether. I'm to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. Looks like a nerd. This disturbance is recent. Sultanry? Maybe Papa Shan will know something of it. Look, so they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. A person of interest already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect aether disturbances. Every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. Starting to wonder if it might not be simply just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you, he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultan's enemies grow bolder by the day. Suspect they have the support of the outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, they surely would have slaughtered us all. I will speak with you further. It isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me a coffer and coffin later. Till then, stay safe. I shall accompany Wisden and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. But where are my manners? I need to properly introduce myself. I'm Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of aether in Thanor. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. So that little comment right there. That very insignificant turn is exclusive to 1.0 characters. So, the bonus cutscenes, it's certain characters, mainly the Scions, like when met, will have these small moments where they look at you being like, I feel like we've met before. It's like, perish the thought. I couldn't even picture when. Like for Thancred, like it was just a simple, I feel like we, never mind. I believe there are others later where they will comment more. But it's meant to be the, as said in the opening with Myrmidie, the Warriors of Light from 1.0, like they cannot be remembered and they're only remembered as a silhouette. Like, for some reason, the memory of them is just gone. And a part of that is that in 1.0, you were apparently a part of the Scions, or you met with the Scions, and, you know, did missions and whatnot for them, or you would meet up with them. I don't really know. I don't know the 1.0 story. But that was a thing that would happen. And now, I don't remember. Did I comment too? Did I have a different character? I may have to Google then. what cutscene it is specifically. Oh, bless you, my friend. You risk your life to save ours. Trained by my own gods. It's fool to trust those men. Loretta owns the brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in all Dark would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking the change of the law. Just a merchant as well. Brother's jerk and what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men, with his belief. That's it, I'm finished. If I stay in Oldar any longer, good as dead. My associates, my friends, even the children may not have been safe if I don't disappear. And you, if Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Mimedy. Except countless adventurers in her time. Maybe she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lorito's spies may be watching. Fast travel! Oh. Cool hair. I'm curious what the other cities in this game are like. Like, how full are they? Well, there's a traveling bard. Or band. So this, the traveling band, is something you will see some players do from time to time. They'll just create a little band, and they play music together. Put it down, you got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you're at the ruins. Winston, on the other hand, is now pariah. That is welcome around here as a rabid wolf. Poor bugger. Suffice to say, the boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lolorito, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Naothal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Else, even those blades knew what was coming, not like they could have refused to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Oldar. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want. Most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing. And for that, you have my respect. Listen, you've been through a lot today. Why don't you rest a spell? Have the boys of the Hourglass hit you with a room. My treat. Just have a word with a topa papota. Topa. Whenever you feel like staying. You can rest in an inn. When you've got the appetite for adventuring, consider taking on a guild leaf or two. We've a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'd be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works. Go speak with him if you're interested. Now access to recommendations. Feature displays a list of quests and duties currently available in your area. And start up another song. It's quite interesting what people can do in this. Go to the inn. Do, 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 do. I may have to call it there, unfortunately. May have been what I've been eating today. Could be the lack of earlier sleep. I'm feeling a little bit sickish. Where... Well, I was sick. But they had pet salad. I'll post in the Discord. Like, because originally the plan for tonight was to play Final Fantasy 12, not 14. So I'll make a post in the Discord. If you would like to see me play more of this, you know, let me know. Because it is a long game. To do everything, I messaged Juna earlier today about it. It's roughly 700 hours. But that's also going by just the solo stuff on how long to beat. I don't know if that's just the base story from start to end, but it's long. So that will be up to you on if you want to see more of this or not. But now, though, let us raid out Does anyone have a recommendation on who you would like to see me raid? Because I am unsure who to raid into tonight. No raids from you? It's always hard finding people to raid. No, it's not. It is hard to find people to raid. Like, I want to find new people to raid, but I'm always afraid of who I'm raiding into. Let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroll, scroll. It's like, yeah, I don't want to raid into someone and have it as being like, I've had too many people I've raided into in the past, and they've been saying some very obscene things. Yeah, I'm not too sure who. I'm struggling. I mean, I might raid Waddles. I mean, they're doing art. They're never really streaming this late. Usually they're a morning Aussie streamer. Or send them a raid. I do want to thank you all for coming on by. Like, for what was a very different kind of stream. Again, like, if anyone wants to, if you want me to continue playing this, do let me know either here or in the Discord, so I will know to continue playing, because I think that's the one thing that kind of stops a lot of it as well. Got to recap when you get around to. It just, yeah. But thank you all so much for coming on by. I do appreciate it. Depending on how things go, I may or may not be here tomorrow. We shall see. You always enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. It's always nice watching people react to the story. I might do more tomorrow night. Like, it depends. But that'll be it for now. Do take care of yourselves. If you're not on the Discord, here's the Discord link, by the way, as well. As always, keep being you, keep being awesome, and keep being amazing, chat, because you're the young you that can be you. Take care. This is Nick, signing on out.